welcome to our live studio. My name is Liv, and together with my wonderful co-host Martin, we're counting down the minutes to the world premiere of the Skoda Enyaq IV, which will be unveiled in precisely 20 minutes.
Well, welcome also from my side, from the O2 Universe here in Prague. The atmosphere is really great here. Everyone is happy after waiting so long for a live event. And there it is, finally, the world premiere of the Skoda Enyaq IV. It is also a very special moment for us, isn't it, Liv?
Absolutely. After such a long time where we haven't been able to meet others, it's really great to be surrounded by people once again. To be precise, there are 400 guests here in the location. Unfortunately, we were not able to invite any more than that due to the strict coronavirus restrictions. And those restrictions are also the reason why Skoda has put a lot of thought into how to organize this event in a way that allows more people to be part of it.
On the one hand, we have this live stream. Hello to everyone who is currently watching online on social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and you. And a very special hello to all of our guests who are already in our virtual world premiere, where you can visit the new digital Skoda pavilion.
You can move around in the 3D space and discover the digital showrooms with the Skoda Vision IV Concept Studio, as well as some historical vehicles. You will also find the Skoda Cinema there with all kinds of fascinating videos. You are practically here with us in the studio thanks to the 360-degree live stream. So, if the 16 tonight format is not enough for you and you would prefer to get a 360-degree experience, then join the virtual world premiere idly by visiting skoda-storyboard.com. Once there, you can simply navigate your way to the live studio and experience the action up close.
And you can also experience the show itself because we have reserved the best seat in the house for you, with the best 360-degree view of the stage. But before, we want to give you some more exclusive insights. We have some very interesting guests here, starting with the Czech Prime Minister, along the trade press, the people behind the Enyaq IV, and of course the people who organized the show. We want to talk to some of you, and this is where you, the viewers, come into play.
Yes, Martin, and I've just been given a figure, and it's pretty incredible. We are now already at 6,800 people following this event online. Even more exciting is that we heard that there are some cinemas rented in Norway, so a big hello to Norway. Happy to be with you tonight. We're delighted that you have joined us, whichever channel you're using. You can post comments or ask questions on Twitter. It may not be possible to answer every question, but we will do our best and incorporate selected questions directly into the conversation here. So let's do this show together and feel free to get involved. And our first guest is already with us. Welcome.
Hello, Liv. Hi, Martin.
Welcome, Jens Kartemann. As the head of communication at Skoda, you surely had a lot of to do today. Thanks nonetheless finding the time to speak with us in the live studio.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is high on the priority list, and I'd like to welcome all the online colleagues watching us. Hello, welcome to Prague.
Jens, we're living in very challenging times right now.
Definitely.
Coronavirus hit almost all of us. How did this affect the preparation of this event tonight?
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of measures. Actually, we are over-fulfilling what the Czech state is recommending for events like that. We are safety first. This is our complete guideline. We tested 450 people in the last month, and especially in the last days, so that we make sure that all internal participants, all waiters, all staff are definitely negative to COVID. I think we provide the highest safety level we can guarantee for this event.
So let's talk about the show. What can we expect tonight?
It's a very special show for us because, Martin, you know, it's a two-in-one event. We are not only celebrating the world premiere of the Enyaq, you already said that, we are also celebrating 125 years of Skoda in one single event. And this is I think, amazing.
And how exactly do you celebrate such a big day?
It's very different because we don't want to, yeah, we cannot start with the first bicycle and end up with this current model and explain all the cool stories from the company, because this will be much too long. So we focused on keywords to bring the people more the DNA of Skoda, to explain them what is the brand about. And I hope this will be a nice show for the people.
So we said before we want to also involve the viewers online, and I think there is now a question on social media. Can we already see it? Yeah. Why is this event being held in Prague?
I think that's a good question. Yeah. Before we discussed in prior of the event, hey, what would fit to the celebration of the history and to this future model? We said, okay, Prague is actually perfect because Prague has a proud history, old buildings, a lot of history you actually can experience when you go through the streets here. On the other hand side, it's really a tech city. There's a lot of startup companies, very forward moving, and I think this fits perfectly to our concept.
You were mentioning before there are two events celebrated in one, and I'm personally wondering if there is a special live act which is going to be here tonight.
There is a special live act today. I'm very happy that we made this. It's one of the hottest newcomer bands I know about. I like the style. It fits nicely to us, so hopefully the people will enjoy.
Thank you, Jens. It's great that you gave us a first impression. I'm sure you're very busy now, so thanks for taking the time and good luck with the show.
Thanks. Enjoy the show.
Thank you very much, Jens. Yes, so 125 years of Skoda is one of the two main topics for today. We have made a video which is a journey through time with 12 automotive milestones from the company's history. The motorcade includes the Vatrid A, the first vehicle made in Mana Boleslav by the company founders Václav Laurin and Václav Klement, the 1000 MB, and the still camouflaged Enyaq IV. Let's watch it together.
Welcome back in our live studio here in the O2 Universe in Prague. And as you can see, we now have two guests with us here in the studio. Andrea Friedlover. She is the head of Skoda Museum, and Dr. Martin Hedlička, he's the head of chassis and powertrain development. First question to you, Andrea. Skoda Auto celebrates its 125th anniversary. From your point of view, what does this company make so special?
Well, Skoda is one of the world's oldest car makers, still active today, with a history going back to the year 1895. And at the very beginning, there was the courage and ingenuity of the two company founders, Václav Laurin and Václav Klement, which created the cornerstones for the future long success story of Skoda. And this creates as well the legacy and the obligation to always lead company towards prosperous future. And in this year, Skoda celebrates its 125th anniversary with a lot of events, campaigns, and activities for the company's employees, for the brand fans, and for all the automobile enthusiasts, of course.
Is there a special exhibition in the museum planned?
Yes. The permanent exposition of the Skoda Museum was recently complemented by the exhibition, which under the name From Heritage to Future introduced 125 years of history of Skoda and revealed the most interesting and the most important milestones.
That's very interesting. Martin, one question for you. I heard that you and your family, you are especially involved in the history, let's say, of Skoda. What is that about?
Yes, you are completely right. My grandfather was, in fact, the first CEO from Skoda company after Skoda was overtaken Laurin and Klement. My father was a member of board responsible for development department and was responsible for development of Skoda Favorit, which was a change from, I say, Volkswagen Käfer to Golf 1. It was the change from Skoda 120 to Favorit. And my grandfather developed the cars you have seen just in the short video, like Skoda Popular 86 years ago. It was a car which was the first car produced on a production line. Also the names Rapid, Superb, Favorit, all the names were given to the cars from my grandfather.
Was there ever a question for you whether you would join Skoda too, or you never questioned that at all?
I think it was a development. You know, the young people don't want to follow every time all what the family and what the father did, but at the end, the heart was stronger than the mind.
That's pretty often the case, I guess. So since you have been so involved with your entire family into the history of Skoda, you of course also know all the models by heart. If I ask you to name your 3 favorite Skoda models, could you do that, or is it too difficult? But I think you can do it, right?
So, of course, I think Skoda Voituret A is a very basic model. So the first one with 2-cylinder V engine, 1 liter and 7 PS, and in the best version 9 PS, 45 kilometers per hour. So it was a really great car, and the first one. So we can't forget it. The second one, it is Skoda Popular, because it was the first car developed to be assembled on the production line, and it was the car which helped to save the company in the crisis time, 1930s. And of course, my point, it was the car developed by my grandfather and produced by my grandfather, so I have my feelings. The third car was a Skoda Favorit. It was developed by my father, and it was the jump to the front-wheel driven cars. And I think Mr. Hahn, at that time, right in his memories, it was the reason to buy Skoda. So I think very important, almost 30 years ago, they decided to buy the company because of this product. And the last one I would like to mention, it is a fourth one, I'm sorry, it's Octavia, because Octavia is a breath of our company.
Then I got a very personal question for you. Now, you are the third generation working for Skoda. How does it feel for you to be present on such a special day where the first fully electric SUV is unveiled? Would you think your grandfather back then would be proud of you, or what would he think?
Oh, I think the father would be proud, of course, and I think it's the same way as I am proud on my grandfather and my predecessors in all. And it is amazing feeling because I am, of course, nervous. And it is a lot of emotions, and it is a start in a new dimension because it is really new great car we will have in our fleet.
Now, I want to give also the users in the internet the chance to ask a question. Okay, it's in Czech, so I might need some help of you, Martin.
Of course.
Could you just translate that?
So the question is, je Enyaq IV novou verzi nějakého současného modelu, nebo je to úplně nový model? Translated, the user wants to know if the Enyaq is an enhanced model or a completely new vehicle.
I can assure you the Enyaq is based on the brand new platform, which is called MEB. It is an electric platform, but it is a technical point of view. And I think if I would ask my colleague Björn, he could answer this from the point of view of marketing. So Björn.
Brilliant. Then let's talk to them right now.
See, I'm surrounded by experts, which is of course not a coincidence, but we wanted to be prepared for your questions. So, hi Jill, hello Björn. The question was whether the Enyaq IV is an enhanced version of an existing Skoda SUV or whether it's a completely new vehicle, Björn.
Look, Enyaq IV is Skoda's first all-electric SUV, right? So back in 2016, we started development and we were basically sitting in the front of a white sheet of paper, right? Which was great because we could rethink everything from a development point of view, but also from a sales and marketing point of view. Sure, we looked at the existing SUV portfolio, but I would say 90% we rethought, and the outcome, I would say, is stunning.
What is your thought, Jill?
I absolutely agree, and I think the Enyaq fits perfectly into our Skoda lineup next to Kodiaq and Karoq as our two other SUVs. And as Martin already pointed out, technically it's built on the MEB, a brand new, completely newly built platform, which is the base for the Enyaq.
So one quick question to you, Björn, because it's heavily discussed on social media. Does the Enyaq IV drive autonomously?
Look, once we speak about autonomous driving, the answer is not black and white. It has a lot of shades of gray because there's not zero capability or full capability. Until we're going to have full capability in the industry, that's going to take some years because it means not only that the car can do everything, but also the legal reliability is also completely with the car. Enyaq can already do basically everything, but the driver still has the responsibility. So when the car tells to take over, the driver needs to take over.
Then the last very important question to you, Jill. When will the Enyaq IV be available on the market?
Well, I think we have to define available. So it actually will be on sale, depending on the market, right from this week. For example, in Norway, best regards to Norway, the Enyaq will be on sale already from tomorrow onwards. Available in terms of you can actually see it and touch it in the dealerships. This will take a little longer. We expect it to be next year in spring, available to see and visit completely in the dealerships.
Thank you so much, Jill. And we, of course, want to show you the Enyaq IV one final time covered up before the curtain falls. Let's watch the video and then the show will begin immediately afterwards. But remember, we will see us again afterwards here in the studio again. We have some more fantastic guests and, of course, we want to celebrate together. See you in a while.
Škoda Auto pracuji ve Škoda muzeu proto, abych se věnoval a pečoval o odkaz našich předků.
Ja, echtes Unternehmertum, immer vom Kunden her denken und mutige Entscheidungen treffen. Und das ist sehr inspirierend auch für einen, der jetzt 125 Jahre später bei Skoda arbeiten darf. Děkuji moc.
Speciální pro mě Škoda Auto je ve využití české známé vynalézavosti, kde přísloví zlaté české ručičky zde mají velké opodstatnění.
Se 125letou historií značky Škoda si spojuju především motorsport. Vždycky jsem motorsport ve Škodovce sledoval a jsem nesmírně rád, že jsem jeho součástí.
Skoda'da çalışmamın temel nedeni yenilikçi olması.
斯柯达品牌对我来说呢，是一个充满惊喜的品牌。我们有创新的外观设计，还有很多惊喜的小功能在车的里面，每天呢都可以带给我不同的感受。所以说我非常信赖我的车，在每一个不同的，不管是刮风、下雨，还是回家的路上，我都可以非常开心的开着我的斯柯达汽车回家上班。
První, co mě napadne, tak je, jak se historie prolíná do současnosti.
Já jsem dostala v roce 2016 nabídku pracovat pro tým elektromobility a říkala jsem si v té době, že to bude asi docela dobrá výzva.
Tradice, úspěch a tvrdá práce, bez které to nejde a bez které není perspektiva do budoucnosti.
Indian customers see Skoda as reliable, solidly built cars with great ride and handling and offering optimum value for money.
Radim u Škodi zato što je to brand kojim se uvijek sviđao. To je auto moje porodice i to je prvo auto koje sam vozila.
Go for it. For me, I'm incredibly proud to work for Skoda. When I tell my friends and family this is where I work, it puts a smile on my face and it's something that I'm very, very proud of.
Teď jsem úplně zapomněla. V České republice je Škoda Auto vnímána jako národní značka s bohatou tradicí, která určitě evokuje pocity hrdosti a sounáležitosti.
Die Arbeit bei Skoda Auto begeistert mich jeden Tag aufs Neue. Die Fortschritt, die Entwicklung, es geht einfach vorwärts.
I'm driven by inventiveness.
I'm driven by inventiveness.
I'm driven by inventiveness.
I'm driven by inventiveness.
I am 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 driven by inventiveness.
I'm driven
by
inventiveness.
We are driven by inventiveness.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Thomas Schäfer, Chairman of the Board of Management.
Dobre večer, dámy a pánové. Ladies and gentlemen, dear Prime Minister, dear Ministers, Excellencies, dear guests. Good evening and a very warm welcome. I'm Thomas Schäfer, the new CEO of Skoda, and I'm looking forward to spending this evening with you. But I'm not standing alone on stage today. I'm joined by several members of my team, and I would like to introduce them briefly at this point. Alain Fauvet, our board member for Sales and Marketing. Christian Strube, our board member for Technical Development. And Oliver Stefani, our head of design. Colleagues, it's great that we do this together here today. We'll see you later. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate special occasions with special guests. It is an honor for me to welcome the Prime Minister of the Czech Republic, Prime Minister Babiš. It's wonderful to have you here today. Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, today we are not only celebrating the 125th anniversary of this great company, but also the world premiere of a new car that heralds a new era at Skoda. This is also a special occasion for me personally, of course. I flew from my old home in South Africa to my new one in the Czech Republic at the beginning of August, and I used the time on the plane to dive into the company's history with the help of the Skoda Chronicle. And I was fascinated by one episode in particular. In 1938, the Škulinas, a Czech couple, spent around 2 years driving a total of 52,000 kilometers across Africa in a Skoda Rapid before returning home to Prague from Johannesburg, all in a Rapid, no less. In a letter to Prague, the Škulinas wrote, "We have faith in the Rapid." Wow. To be honest, I'm glad I could take on a plane. Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, the Škulinas had faith in the Rapid. I have faith in Skoda and say to you today, the best years are still ahead. I have now been on board for almost a month and used the time to get to know many colleagues, engage in discussions, ask questions, and above all, listen. What I have noticed already and what impresses me greatly is the spirit I feel in the production halls and offices. There, I see working teams together and a healthy curiosity and great passion. Down to earth, relaxed, hands-on. I like that. I'm in the same way. This attitude is helping us tremendously in the current situation because we have two major challenges to overcome at the same time. On the one hand, the effects of the coronavirus pandemic, and on the other, the transformation process within the automotive industry. Of course, the coronavirus pandemic has had an impact on our business, but we have successfully held our ground. We were one of the few car manufacturers in Europe to have achieved a positive operating profit in the first half of the year. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to my predecessor and the entire Skoda team. In recent weeks, you have managed to stabilize sales, turnover, and earnings under difficult conditions. This proves that Skoda is strong. Ladies and gentlemen, our current sales figures show us that the year is by no means lost. We are now putting our foot down to get the most out of it. The conditions for this are right. Our current models have received an excellent response from our customers, especially the new Octavia. We are already producing at full capacity again, and we are maintaining consistent cost discipline. But there's one thing, ladies and gentlemen, we'll certainly not be saving on: Skoda's future. We are now entering the decade when the changes in the industry will become visible, and you'll see how we envision this future at Skoda during today's world premiere. The Enyaq iV is a true milestone for the brand. It is our first electric car based on the modular electric toolkit. It's being built in the heart of Skoda, here in the Czech Republic, and it represents the next level Skoda. Let me briefly outline what I mean by next level Skoda. The company is in an excellent position. Skoda has been a real powerhouse in the Czech Republic. And we have a lot of new products in the pipeline. All this together provides a very good base for taking the next steps in the transformation process. In the coming months, we will be focusing on advancing electrification and digitalization. These will be the key to ensuring Skoda remains desirable to our customers in the future. The brand will remain true to itself along this path. A Skoda always remains good value for money. A Skoda pleasantly surprises customers with simply clever ideas, outstanding spaciousness, easy usability, and a unique design. And a Skoda is and will remain accessible, regardless of whether we are addressing young people, families, or a retired couple. This is what distinguishes the brand. This is what makes it strong today and especially in the future. And this is what I mean by next level Skoda. Dear guests, before we move on to the highlight of the evening, we would like to take you on a short journey through the world of Skoda, divided into 4 brief chapters. Entrepreneurial courage. This has supported us from the founding days to the present. Unique design, inspired by bohemian crystal art. Many simply clever details, always surprising. And driven by positive energy. Everything we do for our customers. Enjoy the show.
Inventiveness is the core of Skoda's DNA. It is the basis of everything we do, and we do it the Skoda way. Human, simplifying, and surprising.
Join us on Skoda's way from the beginning into the future, filled with passion and especially courage, which empowers us to turn visions into reality and to improve people's life. It began not on 4 wheels. It began with this strong, inventive mind of the founders, Laurin and Clement. A strong desire to improve drove them to develop their first bicycle. And courage pushed them from bike manufacturing to developing cars within only 10 years, despite heavy doubts of the investors. During all times, motorsports helped to improve and to reinvent the vehicles. A competitive spirit led to ever new success stories. One peak of this spirit was reached with the 130 RS. It was a sporting success. Its powerful engine and the aerodynamic aluminum chassis made it so special, a milestone in Czech automobile construction. Taking perfection one step further describes the Skoda Auto history from early on. Not only the rally cars, but also the elegant and aerodynamic body of the Skoda Rapid was already optimized in the wind tunnel. Dr. Martin Rytlička. Martin, you are my colleague, but you are also the grandson of the first CEO of Skoda here in Mladá Boleslav, and you are considered to be a living Skoda wiki. Yes. What is the most important moment in Skoda's history? What is your opinion?
I don't know if in Skoda history, but for me and for my family, the most important moment was when my grandfather entered this company. At that time, it was very important to take evidence of durability of the cars. So long distance trips, like 25,000 kilometers around the world, within less than 100 days, it was necessary to drive more than 500 kilometers per day.
And this is roughly the range of our latest development.
You mean the electric
Yes,
one?
of course.
Yes, because technology and history, you can never stop.
I think these are the moments of radical thinking.
Yes, like in the 1930s, it was necessary to develop the whole new production line. In the post-war years, we continued with this success with a two-door.
The two-door. It served the most different customer requirements with its extraordinary broad model range. One was this beautiful semi-convertible, an aesthetic statement. Passion and courage lead to great technology and especially outstanding design.
Ladies and gentlemen, please have a bit of patience. The show will continue in a few moments. We're moving further on Skoda's way. Join our design team on a journey behind the scenes and discover the inspiration that drives Skoda's design.
It is fascinating how a brand has grown and developed a design language of its own. Skoda's design is special, unique and unconventional in the best sense. What a rich history. Every era has produced its own design icons. This heritage is outstanding and surprising. 125 years of history as a source of inspiration. Skoda's design language is also strongly influenced by a regional tradition and culture. Architecture, Czech Cubism. This is really a gift, very individual and unique in the world. And of course, Bohemian glass art. It is the core of Skoda's design, these crystalline forms. To develop a vision for the car of the future out of this tradition, that's really exciting. Light will be used much more as a design element, not just for the pure lighting function. There are new challenges. We are integrating sensoric features not visible in the overall car shape. The interior is really essential because people will spend more time there, not just driving, which in turn gives the design an increasingly important role. I'm amazed by this spirit of engineering, the creativity in the design team, and this urge to do things in a different way. This creates a canon of forms that makes the cars unique. They stand out from the crowd and have a very special identity of their own. Skodas are legible on the road. The design of a car is not only about giving it a striking outside appearance. It's also about organizing space and revolutionizing the customer experience.
Okay, Laura, what makes the Skoda customer experience so special?
A lot of simply clever features.
Driven by simply clever. Skoda has always been able to come up with groundbreaking ideas and models. Roominess and simply clever solutions are Skoda's hallmark. At the engineering fair in Brno in 1960, visitors marveled at the spacious and variable interior of the Octavia, an added value that would become characteristic of Skoda. The Octavia was a space miracle from the start. Simply clever solutions are created for the most varied everyday situations, adding maximum variability to the exceptional roominess, or integrating smart little helpers like this umbrella. the Roomster, as a multi-purpose vehicle, was even named after this unsurpassed spaciousness.
It was not until 2003 when the slogan Simply Clever was spoken out. This was in the course of the concept presentation of the Roomster.
Surprising details have always been part of the Skoda DNA. The legendary first rear-wheel drive 1000 MB had its motor in the back, the trunk in the front, and a compartment for the spare wheel underneath.
Even refueling became surprising and simply clever. The filler neck was located at the front, here, under this fold-away Skoda logo.
Simply Clever has become synonymous with Skoda. Not just as an added value, but as a philosophy creating sympathy with people's desires in mind. The MEB platform takes roominess to a new dimension in our future electric models. The new Enyaq iV is nearly as spacious as the Kodiaq, despite being shorter than an Octavia. That's what I call simply clever.
Okay, Laura, tell me about tomorrow's weather.
It will be sunny with a fresh breeze of positive energy.
Driven by positive energy.
Positive energy has always been a permanent companion on Skoda's way, constantly moving us to keep surprising our customers and to simplify their life. And with the shift towards e-mobility underway, positive energy gets a new meaning for us. More than 100 years ago, electric technology already fascinated our founders, Laurin and Clement, who co-developed the first Skoda petrol-electric hybrid car on the basis of an LNK Type E prototype. 30 years ago, the idea of affordable electric mobility hit the road with the Eltra, a Skoda favorite converted to electric. 10 years ago, the e-Green Line concept provided important insights for the first mass-produced all-electric Skoda, the Citigo E iV, a car demonstrating that e-mobility can also be affordable. And finally, as iV stands as a suffix for all Skoda cars with a plug, we united again last year the best of two worlds in our new Superb and Octavia iV as plug-in hybrids. Positive energy means that we consider e-mobility as more than just a technological prowess. Skoda electric cars will enrich and simplify the life of their drivers. That is why we start for the all-new Enyaq iV a new communication theme: Recharge Life. The Enyaq iV is not only an electric car, it is first and foremost a true Skoda. A car with unrivaled interior space, turning state-of-the-art technology into real benefits for our customers. For example, charging our Enyaq iV will be very easy. We take care of everything, from a smart wallbox at home to charging on the road using our My Skoda Power Pass. As always, Skoda gives you peace of mind at affordable conditions. When speaking about e-mobility, we're not only talking tech. Retail customers, fleet managers, private entrepreneurs, they will all find in the new Enyaq iV not just a great-looking electric SUV, but simply the car they need to get the best out of their private or business life and good value for money. That is what Skoda stands for, and our clear brand promise. The all-new Enyaq iV will allow our customers to recharge life. Not only with new technology, but before all, with the positive energy that has been driving us for 125 years.
Risen from 125 years of inventiveness, driven by courage, design, simply clever, and positive energy. Now, it is time for the next chapter. Get ready to be energized by Skoda's first all-electric SUV. Created in Mlada Boleslav, combining innovative technology and emotional design under the new iV sub-brand. Now, it's time to turn vision into reality.
Ladies and gentlemen, inhaler. Thank you guys. See you later. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new Enyaq IV. It's the beginning of a new decade, the beginning of a new world of mobility, the beginning of a new era at Skoda. Oliver Stefani, Christian Strube, you really have worked your magic here. Well done, and congratulations to the team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Enyaq IV is Skoda at its best. And it all starts with a package. We are taking full advantage of the modular electrification toolkit. With the external dimensions of the Octavia, the car offers the interior space of a Kodiaq. The design also heralds a new era. Clean and full of character on the outside, homely on the inside, with sustainable materials and a completely new operating concept. And with our IV ecosystem, we are truly making e-mobility simply clever. With services like a smart charging station locator, wall boxes for convenient charging at home, and the My Skoda Power Pass for convenient charging on the go. So I'm looking forward to my new company car, and I knew someone who is at least as excited as I am. Christian Prudhomme, the director of the Tour de France. Have a look.
Bonjour, je suis Christian Prudhomme, le directeur du Tour de France, et j'ai hâte de monter demain dans ma Skoda Enyaq IV, la première voiture 100% électrique à rouler en tête sur les routes du Tour de France.
Thank you, Christian. And we are happy to support the Tour de France with our new electric car. And ladies and gentlemen, the Enyaq IV is just the beginning. There's much more to come, and I can hardly wait. Stay tuned. And now, Oliver, the stage is yours to give us some insights about the design of our new baby.
Thank you, Thomas. Well, this is really a very special moment for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the design of the all-new Enyaq IV. A year ago in Geneva International Motor Show, we presented the concept car Vision IV, and it raised immediately a lot of questions and expectations. How the real car will look like and how far it will be from our vision. Well, here on the stage, you can see the answer. Our vision changed to the reality, and this is our gift to celebrate 125 years of the Skoda company. The all-new and all-electric Skoda Enyaq IV. The Enyaq IV is a true and simply clever Skoda in every aspect. But in the same time, it's simply surprising new car. And how we achieved this? Thanks to the all-completely new MEB platform with the respect and understanding for our brand, we had the possibility to design the Enyaq IV like no other car we ever did before. We wanted to keep things functional and simple, using our trademark crystalline language and add to it some surprising new elements. If you look at all the three cars behind me, you will understand what I mean. Let's start with the exterior. At the first glance, you see a body of a top athlete, ready to go, with the muscle shapes and a proud stance. Keeping well-balanced, clear and precise lines to complete and describe the emotional look of the car. Its profile with the short overhangs The long roofline and lower cladding around underlines Enyaq's emotional spirit. But remember, I mentioned surprising elements we designed especially for the Enyaq IV. Well, the most visible one, and we're all very proud of, is the face of the new Enyaq. A face so different that we gave it a special name, the crystal face. Why it's so special and why we did it? We wanted to show the beauty of the crystalline design and its new possibilities for the future of Skoda cars. The crystal face decorates the Enyaq IV, strong and upright front. It's both functional and an emotional element which makes the appearance of the car so extraordinary. The distinctive crystal face light signature is directly connected with the grille. Latest LED matrix technology with animated coming and leaving home function creates a special impact on the front. Let's take a look at the rear. Here you can see a distinctive roof spoiler and the rear apron with a diffuser, underlining Enyaq's outstanding aerodynamics so needed for coming electric cars. The overall confident stance of the car is completed with our original crystalline shaped lights. And if you like what you see from the inside, from the outside, just wait what you see from the inside. First time in history, our customers can choose from 7 design interior lines with feel-good and sustainability factor. Among them, for example, are our cognac-colored leather seats tanned with the olive-free leaves extract. Whatever level of line you will choose, you will be always welcomed in space, functionality, democracy, and symmetry, representing our iconic interior values. Together with the Enyaq's IV roominess and the lightness of the new interior architecture is a great place to spend time, no matter how far and how long your journey will be. Ladies and gentlemen, I could talk hours about this great new car, but now it's time for your first-hand experience. On behalf of the Skoda design team, thank you very much for your attention and have a great evening.
Great. Thanks, Oliver. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted that we are experiencing this special moment for Skoda with you. I'd like to wish you all a pleasant evening, and my team and I will be happy to answer any questions you may have. And now I hand over to Jens Kartemann, who has some organizational information for you.
Thomas, thanks. Thanks a lot. Indeed, our first all-electric SUV is a significant milestone for us. And as you can expect from Skoda, it offers all our customers a dynamic and fun driving experience. I hope you all enjoyed the show, and while all the board members are lining up for the final picture, I would like to say goodbye to all viewers watching via live stream. Thank you for joining us and being part of our world premiere. I'm now going to hand over to our hosts in the live studio, where Liv and Martin have with them special guests and exciting details to share with you. Stay tuned.
Thank you, Jens. Welcome back in
Dear
our
guests and
live
colleagues
studio
here
in the O2 universe here in Prague. There it is, the new Skoda Enyaq IV. What an amazing show, Martin.
Yes, you're right. I'm really impressed. The show was really perfect. And I'm convinced our viewers agree.
What was your personal highlight?
Definitely when the Enyaq IV come onto stage with its illuminated grille and the matrix LED. And of course, impressive was also to see the people behind the product.
And I think, of course, the band Inhaler, I think they did a great performance. And staying on the subject of performing, with us now is our first guest after the show, Axel Andorf. Axel, you may take off your mask in the studio, yes. Thank you so much. You're the head of product line midsize MEB. And we briefly talked about the MEB platform before the show. Now, how does it feel for you that the first fully electric production model is finally finished?
I guess not only for me, I think everybody's really delighted that we were able today show everybody this new car. And I'm also very, very happy that this car really expresses in a very, very good way how much the team puts into the car. Everybody puts its heart and its soul in, and I think you really feel it if you see the car. And now we're just waiting to get it to the customers.
Yeah, I can wait for that too. Gentlemen, I'm going to leave you two alone for a moment. I'm going to see some people and try to get some more people on the microphone. So see you in a while. Thanks.
So good luck, Liv, and see you later. Axel, really, there's only one question on social media. What will be the price of the Enyaq iV?
Okay, I expected on a second one, maybe you come up later with this, but coming to the price, yeah, it will be around 35,000 euros at starting point, depending a little bit on the country you're in. And of course, we will offer good options for this car. We will offer 2- and 4-wheel drive options. We will offer different battery sizes. And obviously, all of these options also determine the price range.
The range was mentioned during the presentation, 510 kilometers. But hand on the heart now, how realistic is that if you're speeding up on the motorway or slowing down in the city and perhaps also want to listen to music?
Yeah, 510 sounds good, and it's good because it's based on the WLTP standard, and this reflects in a very good way the really daily drive. Nevertheless, of course, as you mentioned, the driving style, but also a little bit which options do you have on board, how much do you use them, how intense. There will be a variance, but roughly this 510 comes very close. And maybe if you really keep a little bit the speed down, you even get further than 510.
Great news. I heard some figures and I really need to ask you. The battery capacity can be recharged from 5% to 80% within 38 minutes. Honestly, that sounds almost impossible.
Correct, but if you use the fast charging option, yeah, you simply will achieve it. And what we also have, and this is, I think, typical Skoda, we also make e-mobility simply clever. We are offering wall boxes for convenient charging at home. We are also offering so-called smart charging station search, which guides you to the right charging socket. And also what we offer is the My Skoda Power Pass, which will make charging easy on the go to different places.
What is the vision of Skoda in terms of e-mobility?
Okay, if you look to our future as well, and also what was mentioned before, we already launched some IVs. That means plug-in hybrids and multi-hybrids. And we also will come with new models, and in the next years we will sum up to roughly 10 cars, which belongs to this IV sub-brand. And I think this directly indicates in which way we are directing and heading, and I think it's the right way to boost IV sub-brand.
Axel, many thanks for the great interview.
Thank you.
Liv, how you are doing? I think you have a very interesting guest with you, right?
Yes, Martin. I'm now with someone I really hope to talk to, Oliver Stefani. Oliver, you are the designer, and of course, a lot of journalists want to talk to you right now, so thanks for finding the time. I think to talk about the first fully electric SUV of Skoda, we might just go to see the car and have a look at it and talk to it while we're there. You've been heavily involved in that project for a very long time now. How does it feel now that the car is unveiled?
Well, first of all, we're very proud that it's finally made its appearance in the public, you know, and also relieved, yeah, because we worked 3 years very hard on this, on sketches and models and fighting with everybody to get this car like it is. And today is a day like becoming father, you know, so it's our child, yeah? And we feel like this, we take care of it the whole time, you know, and we hope it gets a good start.
So what is the special design highlight for you?
Well, there's lots of special design highlights that I really appreciate on this car. First of all, we have to say these proportions are gorgeous, you know, the roof line, the body, how it stands, the wheels, this is everything perfect like it should be, you know. Then we have, of course, the crystal face that we just presented, and I think this is really taking this crystalline design to the next level, you know. We know that light is nichrome, and this was a very interesting journey to get to this grille, because we're thinking, so what are we doing with the opening when we don't need it anymore? Yeah? And the idea was, if we combine this with the crystalline design, with light, with our full LED headlights, and to create something completely new and very inventive. Then, of course, we have stuff in the interior. If I can show this. We have really a big shape, big space in the interior. We have this new dashboard generation with the new materials. Everything is very sustainable. It has this typical Skoda roominess also from the dashboard. It's very light, nice architecture. It's democratic. It's very symmetry. That's all what we do. Yeah? And of course, you can see that also in the rear. There's a lot of space, like smaller than Kodiaq and the size of the smaller than Octavia and the size of the Kodiaq in the interior. So it's very well done. And yeah, it's a great car.
I would like to go to the front again.
Yeah?
Maybe just close the doors. Because I want to learn more about the crystal face.
Yeah.
Maybe you can give me the background. Why did you choose it?
The idea was to give this car a very special impression, because it's an electro car. Yeah? So, and we want to show this also to the customer, that this is something special. And the idea was really to take this crystalline design language and the materials that we have and to combine this in a very new form with light in the front to bring this to the next generation of design.
Oliver, I see there are a lot of people already waiting for you, so thanks a lot for taking the time. We'll catch up later, I'm pretty sure, and I go to speak to someone else, and you enjoy the evening.
Okay, thanks,
Thank you so
thanks.
much. And here I see someone I also waited for. Miss Muir, you come here.
Hi.
You are a German actress, and I'm very happy to see you here.
Thank you so much.
What does electromobility mean to you?
Well, I came here, and when I saw the car for the first time, it just blown away me. So because the elegance is so emotional, and it's I mean, the range of 500 kilometers is just gorgeous, isn't it? So, yes.
And now I think you're living in Berlin, yeah? So an electric car is also perfect for a city, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Electric mobility is very important for me. I think the future of mobility will be electric, and every one of us has a responsibility. And I think Skoda is on a good way with the whole IV family.
Was there a moment during the presentation, during the show, which surprised you most?
This one. This one is...
The crystal face.
I love it.
I think Oliver Stefani is very happy now that you're saying that.
And I'm happy too. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Ms.
you.
Muir. And Martin, I'm going to make my way back to you in the live studio now.
Greatly. See you soon. So I have now with me Katerina Vranova, coordinator for color and trim at the design department. Welcome to our live studio, Katerina.
Thanks, Martin.
The range of the paint finishes includes 2 standard and 7 metallic colors. Which color is your favorite one?
Well, first of all, I think that all these selected colors are nicely fitting to the car. But I would say that probably my favorite color is this Arctic Silver, which is, by the way, also the communication color. It looks like silver metallic, but it has a little bit minty directions as well, and it's perfectly highlighting all exterior design features.
In the Enyaq IV, the design selections replace the classic trim levels. Can you please tell me more about these selections?
Mm-hmm. Our design team prepared together 8 different design selections, let's say interiors, and actually it's already fully prepared concept where all parts are perfectly matching together, so customer will have a really wide choice of interiors. So this is it, like it's full concept prepared.
During the live show, we saw also some historical models of Skoda. Which one is your favorite one and the most inspiring?
Like I like really a lot of Skoda cars, but for me really unique is this Skoda Popular Monte Carlo, which was on the stage as well. And in my garage, I would like to have the Skoda Felicia from the 60s.
That's a truly beautiful car. I have to agree with you. Thank you very much, Katarzyna. I see Liv is back right now in the studio, but she's not alone.
Exactly. I'm back in the studio, not alone. With me is Marc-Andreas Brinkmann. He's the head of marketing. We just heard Martin and Katharina talk a lot about the colors. And as far as I know, you've been involved with one color specifically in the past weeks, which is red. What is that about?
Absolutely. Actually, we've been working over the last weeks with a really high commitment to make possible what our CEO, Mr. Schäfer, just announced. Meaning that the Enyaq, which is being presented tonight here, will be on the start line of the Tour de France, off the stage tomorrow morning.
But what is the connection between Skoda and the Tour de France?
Well, actually, cycling is somehow in our DNA. As people might have learned tonight, for those who didn't know, 125 years ago, our founders started off with bicycles. And since then, we have embraced all kinds of mobility. And therefore, cycling is still part of really our brand DNA, and we are so passionate about cycling. So this is why the sponsoring that we have with the Tour de France, the partnership since 17 years, is so strong.
Now, you said the new red car is a Skoda. For those who are not so much into the Tour de France, who don't know the details, what exactly is the role of the red car during the Tour?
Actually, the red car is really not only the iconic car of the Tour de France, but it's really the command center of the race director, Christian Prudhomme. So that means that without that car, and of course a lot of other cars around for the full organization, this race wouldn't be possible. The race director sits in the back of this car, and during the entire race, he's leading the pack, giving all the orders to the teams, and managing the whole race, controlling everything from there. So without that car, the race wouldn't even be possible for the cyclists.
Here in the exhibition and in the Skoda Pavilion, there is a special area dedicated to the Tour de France. Why was that so important for you?
Well, first of all, because, as I said, it's really part of our DNA, this cycling. And secondly, because we wanted to do this great announcement here today that tomorrow morning the Enyaq iV will be on the starting line of the Tour de France. So we wanted all our fans out there be able to discover it in the virtual pavilion, but also for our guests tonight here, be able to see the car and obviously the cycling commitment of Skoda behind.
Thank you, Marc-Andreas. We can now watch one of the videos. Let's have a look together.
We've been driving the Tour de France for 17 years. Last year, we decided to take a big step forward. As Alan Fave said, our goal was to electrify the Tour in the future, not only emotionally, but also in terms of mobility. And this year, we deliver. In order to fit the requirements of the director for the Tour de France and lead cyclists on their quest for victory, the car needed to be reworked significantly. That meant making space for an extra panoramic window above the back seats, creating special holders for banners, and most importantly, adding a control panel and radio station with 5 circuits and 6 extra antennas. And don't forget a mini fridge, because you can't serve your guests warm champagne. We created a command center on 4 wheels. Meet the first fully electric car for the Tour de France, the Skoda Enyaq iV.
Skoda, simply clever.
Welcome back in our live studio in the O2 Universe in Prague. To finish off with, we're delighted to say that even one of the management board members has joined us. Welcome, Alain Favet.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Why was it so important for you to also put some words to our online community?
Well, I think, you know, we want to be a digital brand, and we're extremely happy that people come online and also share some moments like this with us. So I'm very happy to thank all the viewers for their support for our brand and for the time they spent with us. And also I'm very happy to thank the whole team and you for having organized this very nice talk now and this very nice event.
Now, this evening is combining, as we already heard, two events in one. We learned a lot about the history of Skoda and, of course, about the future with the Skoda Enyaq iV. What was your personal highlight of the evening?
Well, I think, you know, it's just nice to see the past meet the future, basically, you know, and we are clearly a brand that is completely oriented to the future. We want to innovate, we want to be inventive, we want to put that at the disposal of our customers, but very often, you know, it's easy to innovate, but it's more difficult to put it on the road. And having this experience, having this history, having this tradition, this past that we showed today, I think shows why we're able to put on the road also the innovations we think about. And I think that's what's the strong thing about Skoda, the fact that our customers enjoy the innovations we think about. And for that purpose, our history helps a lot.
Alain, you are in charge of sales. How important is electromobility for you and your company?
Well, electromobility is the future, you know, so it's easy to say, but we do believe that this is going to happen. There is a demand, there is an expectation for customers today to have cars that are zero-emission cars, that are really running on electric power. So it's very important for us to bring that, but at the same time, it's very important to us to bring electric cars that people really want to buy. And that's what we try to do with the Enyaq, bringing a car that is a real SUV, a car with real space, with real qualities that people want to have, and on top of it, it's electric.
Some very nice closing words from Mr. Favey. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think so too, and we would also like to thank all of you. We've really enjoyed being with you. Thank you to our audience here at the event and, of course, to our online viewers. It was nice of you to join us, but remember, the virtual pavilion will remain open and it will also be updated shortly with new informations and, of course, with the show. So be sure to take a look, leave us your feedback, share it with your friends, or simply enjoy the moment that the car was unveiled once again. And, of course, a big and special thank you to my wonderful co-host, Martin. I've really enjoyed working with you tonight.
Thank you too, Liv. It was my pleasure. Thank you for watching. Please take care and stay healthy. We will see you at the next event, digitally or in person, however you want.